Hello, my friends. Trying to see if Instagram is gonna cooperate today. Uh-oh. Hello, my friends. Uh-oh. I hear my own voice. Welcome to the 6-day Star Blanket Crochet Along, day 5. I'm here. Just trying to make sure everything is connected. No. Stream key. Let me grab that stream key one more time. How's everyone doing? Do you hear my laundry buzzing? Okay, I don't know. It doesn't look like I must have done something wrong with Instagram today again. Oh gosh. Well, today is day 4. Let's check in, or I'm sorry, day 5. Check in with your blankets. Hi, Facebook's working. YouTube is working. I don't know if I can add it while it's going. But I already did add it in the other day and I had it working. What's wrong with me? Custom RMTP. No. Let's try this. I won't mess around for too long because it doesn't really make for fun. Live. To watch me try and get the live going. Let's see. Let's see if that works. No. There we go. Let's see. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. How's everyone doing? How are you all? How are your blankets? I see that there are people who are really much further along on their blankets than I am. I am on I just started my 3rd repeat. So that's like, I'm still back at day 3 or 2, or I don't even know what day this is, but I am not caught up. And it's okay because I only have 4 balls of yarn left. So this is my second 6-day star, and my other stars, my other star, it belongs to my friend at Knitting Fever now. So I'm making another one. But how's everybody doing? Y'all are probably done with your blankets by now, right? 6 days is definitely enough. Well, we had more than 6 days, didn't we? Because we spread the days out. Hi, hello. I see YouTube is going and Facebook is going. And I have chats in my Facebook community that of people that are working on 6-day stars and participating in the crochet along. And so there's conversation happening in there. If you're part of those groups, you can join in on that chat. It says the event is over, but it's still going, obviously, because I'm still here crocheting. So how are everybody's blankets coming along? Are you remembering to tag us with the hashtag and tagging me, Betty McKnit, and Juniper Moon Farm, and Knitting Fever? Let's see. Cheryl Grant says, I believe I'm finished, but I can't believe it. I must not have done enough repeats, even though I went with the pattern, so I stopped. What do you mean? If you're not using Juniper Moon and you're not limited with your yarn, you can do as many repeats as you want. You can't tag because, well, you can still tag us. We'll still boost it. We'll still um, like it and share it and say ooh and ah and wow and all those things. So you're welcome to show off and tag us. You just won't. You're just not going to get your name in the drawing for the giveaway stuff, but we'll still acknowledge you, and we'll still you can still show off your blanket. It's for showing off mostly. I followed each box, but can't believe that I did it in 6 days. Good for you. Yep, it can. I hate when people say, oh, you can't do it in 6 days. You can. It can't be done in 6 days unless all you do is crochet. Nope. 2, 3, 4 hours a day of crochet, which might be a lot for people who like have little kids to raise or full-time jobs, but some of us have more time to crochet if you're retired or working at home or whatever. I just wait for each video to do each part, even though I could have finished a long time ago. That's cool. Yeah, we wanted to give people a little time in between because, for one thing, 6 days in a row is a lot. It is a lot for me. Um, and it's just a lot for a lot of people. I'm on the lower end of cash, so it's okay. You're still participating in the crochet along. A lot of people are participating without using the Juniper Moon yarn. It's totally okay. I mean, I think it's going on 1,000 people signed up. I don't know how many people signed up because I don't have control of the list, but I feel like it was a lot of people. Sean says, I run a daycare for 12 hours a day. Oh my gosh. You must be exhausted. Some people crochet faster than others do. Like if you've been crocheting for a long time, you crochet really fast. I remember watching my grandmother crochet and knit and how fast she did it. And I think just, your muscle memory it develops over time and you just get faster over time. So if you've been crocheting for a long time, you probably crochet faster than someone who is just starting out. Because it takes time to develop the muscle memory to crochet that fast. Your body just kind of takes over. I am retired, so I crochet 4 hours at least each day. So if you are keeping up with the videos, you finished your 5th repeat today. Always tired. I'm not that fast, but this is my therapy. I'm pretty new still. Okay. Hi, Mindy. This is Juniper Moon Farm. Cumulus Degradé is the name of the yarn. We're doing a crochet along with Knitting Fever. This is their yarn. Juniper Moon Farm is the name of the yarn. I saw you in front of your blue 6-day. You saw me at the pictures from the conference. This one's color 406. It's called Sahara Nights. And it's a gradient. And the way we use this gradient for this blanket is I started on the outside and went in. And then I started the next one from the inside and went out. Did you make it out without any purchases? I did, actually, because it was more of a trade show. It wasn't really a consumer show. It was a trade show. So it's like where the yarn stores go to meet with the wholesalers and place their orders and things like that. Thank you very much. I wanted to see your daughters walk through. Oh, yeah, my daughter, she walked in. I have a video of her walking in with that poncho. She had on this Noro poncho that I made. It's actually the 6-day Star Blanket adapted into a poncho, and she had that on over this black dress and these combat boots that she wears. She looked so cute. Oh my gosh. She really looked adorable with that poncho. She wore it 2 different days. She really looked nice. Star Blanket's on your bucket list. Well, it's not too late to join in. I mean, we're in the middle of a crochet along here. This is day 5 of the crochet along. Day 6 is on Thursday, and the completion date is like June 6th. So you can still sign up. You can still sign up and you'll get the email with all the videos in it. So you can just start with day 1, day 2, day 3. And then so there's exclusive tutorial videos, and then I did live streams on each day. This is my 5th live stream. Did you do any demonstrations? Nah, I didn't do it. I'm not that important. No one knows who I was. No one knows who I am at those things. No, I didn't do any demonstrations. I mostly took classes, and I participated in something called the Content Creator Summit. I suggest whoever is waiting to go ahead. It's a wonderful pattern. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate that. It's very nice. It's kind of an addictive pattern because it is a little bit confusing not confusing, but it's a little bit, there's a learning curve to getting it set up and getting it started. But once you get to like these repeat rounds, it's repetitious, and it's actually really easy to remember and memorize the pattern and just keep going without looking at it. After, each repeat is like, it's the same, it just grows a little bit bigger. So it is really like fun to work on, and it works up really quickly, and you don't get bored because all the rounds are different, a little bit different. Yes, it's terribly addictive. It really is. It's wonderfully addictive. Oh, geez. Let's see. It's good to hear that crochet is staying alive. Yes, my friend, I don't know if you all saw on YouTube, my friend Elise Rose Crochet. She has a YouTube channel, and she did this awesome video about the future of crochet, where she asked a bunch of different people from the crochet industry, myself included, what they thought the future of crochet was. And the answers were just so great. And then there was like a little blooper reel at the end, which was hilarious. Yeah, it was Elise Rose. She's I get to see her every year at H&H. She's in my business mastermind group. We're part of Pam Grace, the crochetpreneur. We're part of her crochet business owners community and program, and I get to hang out with her at H&H. We have a lot of meals together. We have the first year we were there. Last year was the first year she and I were both there together, and we ate dinner together every night, and we ordered the same thing every night. We were so ridiculous, but we just had wonderful conversations, and shared a lot of laughs together. She's really a lot of fun and very sweet person. She's just like how she is in her videos. She's really energetic. She gets excited about stuff. She's funny. She's wonderful. Yeah. Hi, Christy. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I've never gone live on somebody else's channels before, and it's been fun. It's been really fun doing this with them. I liked hearing that the little yarn shops will carry some brick and mortar. Yeah, yes, I think that I think that's that they I think that the yarn shops would like to cater to crocheters more, but I think that sometimes they're not really sure what crocheters want or what we need, and I think they they struggle to know how to help sometimes. And I think crocheters go into yarn stores and they're used to seeing like Joann's and Walmart with these yarns for $1.99. And we love a bargain, right? Crocheters love a bargain. And then, yarn stores carry a lot more natural fibers, which tend to be a little bit more expensive. So sometimes it's kind of like you walk into a yarn store and you have shell shock. But there are some wonderful yarns. How is that determined when we have to go by what they produce? How is what determined? What gets produced or what they stock in the store? The Road of Crochet Colors. Yeah. Sure wish we had a yarn store in my tiny town. Jealous of y'all living in bigger cities. I mean, I have a couple near me, but mainly like where I live is very remote. I have to go to Virginia Beach and Norfolk. But there are a couple of lovely stores there, and one of the stores in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is the closest. Well, not the closest yarn store to me because there are two yarn stores on the Outer Banks, and they are closer than the Chesapeake store. But I really like the new store, Mother of Yarns in Chesapeake, Virginia. They have lovely, some lovely uh, people there, and a wonderful community and some really nice yarns and lots of people there crocheting. The Road of Crochet Colors, etc. You said, or they say they want to hear from us, but do they mean the hobbyist? Yeah, I mean, I don't own a yarn store, so I can't say for sure, but I visit a lot of yarn stores, and what I hear yarn store owners say is we want to do more for crocheters, but we need more patterns, or we need somebody to teach it, or like we need to know what kind of patterns they like, and etc. Did they mention if Michaels will be carrying what Joanne sold? They did not talk about what Michaels is doing, and I think that Joanne's, I think their line Big Twist is going to be carried by Hirschner's, I heard. But I didn't really hear that much about Michaels. My local yarn store carries a bunch of Juniper Moon. Yeah, I think it's a really versatile yarn, actually. And I'm not a cotton girly, so when they were like, we want you to use this cotton, try this cotton yarn, I was like, oh, all right, I'll try it. And it turned out great. It turned out great. I think this was the Juniper Moon Cumulus Degradé was a really great suggestion for the 6-day star. No, this yarn is a gradient, and the yarn is doing this on its own. The only color control that I've done is I started the inside of the blanket. I started the blanket with the outside of the yarn, and then it ended in the middle with the center. And so when I started the second ball, I pulled it from the center so that the dark would match the dark. And then it you know, it gradiated out to the light. So when I start my third one, I'll start from the outside again, and I'll start the light and go into the dark. That's the only color control that I've done. The yarn is doing all the work. I only have 4 balls of this. They sent me 10 balls, and I used 6 to make the other blanket, so I have 4 left. So I'm going to stop after the 4th repeat. I'm on my 3rd repeat. I'm going to stop after the 4th repeat. I'm going to try and get that all done, so tomorrow I can work on the edge. Or not tomorrow, Thursday. Thursday night I can work on the edge on live and see if I can figure out Instagram again. I've seen people making their star blankets with other versions of the Juniper Moon. Like they gave me this cumulus stripes at H&H. They gave me a ball of this, and I've seen people making their 6-day stars out of the other types of Juniper Moon Farm cumulus, and they are lovely too. And I haven't seen anybody color control that yarn. It's so soft. It's super soft. And I guess I didn't know this because I talked about how I wash blankets. I didn't realize this, but this yarn is machine washable. Where does it say that? How do I know that? Yep, it doesn't say it on the label, but I know that to be true. Oh no, wait, it does have the symbols on it. Machine washable, but it looks like not dry. I would never put a handmade thing in the dryer. That was like, I don't know. I just would never do it. I'd be too scared because I feel like the dryer, a dryer is really hard on fabric in the first place. Like, just makes your clothes like look worn out and pilled. And I would never put a handmade thing in the dryer, even if the label said you could. I wouldn't do it. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you like and share and follow, subscribe to their channel, do all the things. Let's get their subscribers up for them. They have been I've been watching their subscriber count, and it's like 998. And I'm like, I'm going to at least get them to 1,000 by the end of the crochet along. So we just only need 2 more. The olden days were the best way to dry clothing on a line outside. That's how my mother didn't have a dryer for a really long time when I was growing up. We didn't have one. She just put everything on the line to dry. Are you going to show us blocking as well? I didn't show that but I do explain in the day 6 video how I wash my handmade things. And what I do is I soak them in a like a wash that does not require rinsing, like soak or Eucalan. And then I spin it out in using the washing machine, the spin cycle. I spin it until it's, dry. So I might let it run through spin cycle like twice, but I never agitate in my washing machine. I just use the washing machine as a tub to soak and spin the items, my handmade items with. So I just will fill it up with hot water and the detergent, and then I'll put this stuff, the handmade stuff, in, and I'll turn it off, and I'll just let it soak in there for like 30 minutes, and then I set it to spin. And because those washes that I use a wash that does not require rinsing. So you just soak it and you spin it out. And then I make sure when I spin it, it's as much of the water is coming out of it as possible. And then I'll lay out towels or like an old blanket out on one of the beds, and I'll spread the I'll spread the blanket out on the bed on towels or a sheet, and I'll let it air dry, and that's when I block it. So I'll stretch it and shape it at that time when it's damp. And for blankets, I don't usually like pin them or anything like that. I would just do that for like a garment that I was going to sew together. I would pin it and make it sure it was like all the pieces were the correct size, etc. But I wouldn't do that for a blanket. I would just lay it out and shape it by stretching it, and lay it out on towels and let it dry. I have a king size bed in my guest room, and I would just open the windows and lay everything out on the bed in there, put a sheet or something down, and lay my damp stuff out on there. Cheryl Grant says, do they still recommend Woolite? I don't use it. I haven't used that. No, I don't use that. I don't know if you have to rinse that or not. If you have to rinse it, I don't use it. I use stuff that you don't have to rinse out. It's just a soak. You soak it and then spin it. But I don't usually machine wash, even if it says machine washable and dryable. I would not do that to my handmade stuff. But I do wash them. I do my little washing machine method, and then if I have something that needs washed, I'll like go around the house and find, I'll say, everybody give me your blankets, give me your crocheted blankets, and I'll make a whole load of stuff and soak it all together and then spin it out. You've never blocked any of your projects. You can also steam block if you have a steamer. You can use a steamer and block handmade stuff. That's a good way to block things. Pin them out and pin them out to shape. I think it's really important when you are making garments to block them, and they'll fit better. Most handmade items require blocking, or at least a little. If I'm making a blanket or something and I'm gonna gift it, I'll wash it, I'll clean it before I gift it, because I've been working on it for 1K. Woohoo! 1K, yeah. I'm in Australia, so this is the normal way to dry your washing. The only thing about hanging things outside is and I think my mother stopped doing this because my sister had allergies. So the neighbor would like cut the grass and the clothes, my sister would itch, because the clothes were drying outside when the neighbor was cutting the grass. So she just started hanging stuff up inside. But yeah, we didn't put our stuff in the dryer for most of my life. If we had towels or something, we would take them to the laundromat and dry them at the laundromat. But my dad would just take them and go run them through the dryer at the laundromat and bring them back. Sometimes us kids would do it when we got older, when we like just got our driver's license, and it was like, oh, you want to go drive somewhere, run an errand for me? You know how you are when you like first have your driver's license. You're like, oh, sure, I'll go do an errand because I, have my license. We would go take the towels up to the laundromat and dry them. Towels, sheets and towels and stuff. Bye, Mindy. Thanks for stopping by. Nice to meet you. We didn't have a dryer. We didn't have a microwave either until after I went to college. Because I remember going to college and I was trying to make popcorn in a microwave and I didn't know how. And I burnt it. And people were like, why don't you know how to do this? I'm like, I've never used a microwave before. There we go. Man, what a bummer. Hi, Dee. We had such a fun meeting yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, today's Tuesday. And that was Monday. Becky, I missed the beginning. Did you show the project? Here it is. It's the 6-day Star Blanket. This is the Juniper Moon Farm 6-day Star Blanket crochet along. So we're on day 5. But you can still sign up and join if you want to. I will put the sign up link in the chat. Will I? Where is it? Hang on, I'll find it. I got it. I'll put the link in the chat for y'all. You can still sign up even if you haven't started yet, because what are we doing? We are giving you until June 6th, I think it is, to complete the project, and you'll get an email with like all the links to all the videos from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, and then you'll get day 6 on Thursday. And they still have, I was shopping today on their site, and they still have some of the kits available. If you don't have a local yarn store where you can get a kit, if you have a local yarn store, go to your local yarn store and get the yarn from them. See if they carry Juniper Moon Farm, and get your yarn at your local yarn store. Support, your local store. And oh, hey, Restream is putting it over in YouTube. All right. Thanks, Restream. No thanks to you, Instagram. There you go. I'm not even caught up to where we are. I'm on day, I don't know what this would have been, probably about day 3. Thank you so much. The other colors are gorgeous too. This colorway, it said that it said call first before you buy it because, or reach out to customer service before you order it because it said they're low stock. Which probably because this is the one I've been using on all the lives, so everybody wants this one. But I've seen the pink one is, oh my goodness, gorgeous. They're all beautiful. They're all really beautiful. The other one, the first one I made was a color called Senna Sandcastle, and they don't do that. They don't make that color anymore, but it was also gorgeous. But there's like 6 or 7 different colors of kits available still on their site. So if you want one, go grab one because I don't think they're going to be around much longer. And they didn't have very many available. Plus, you can also, there's lots of local yarn stores that are participating in this, so they can also help you get yarn. It's really beautiful yarn. It's really nice. It's a dream to work with. Yeah, we had a fun call yesterday in my membership community. It's called the Betty McKnitiverse, and we have regular Zoom calls where we just hang out and work on our stuff, and we have a lot of fun. I had not been there. I don't think I had been to one of my own meetings in like a month because of how busy I've been with both H&H, and a little more than a month ago I had surgery. Which I'm at that point now where I'm like, I feel pretty good. And in those moments when I don't feel good or I have pain, I have to remind myself, like, listen, you just had surgery not very long ago. So I was not even clear to exercise until just a few days ago. So I'm ready to start doing my yoga again. Crow yoga. Crochet and yoga together. It was so much fun chatting with everyone. Yeah, I'm a little more colorful there than I am on my lives. And my people keep me in check too. They tell me when I'm being a bitch. They don't use that word, but I do. They would never call me that, but I know that's what they meant. We have a fun time. We have a nice group. We have a lovely little community. And then I have some new I have some new 6-day stuff that I've been working on, and I usually show it to my community first and I let them try it out, and they help me work out the kinks and with stuff, and they tell me what they think of stuff and what they think I should do with my designs. Sometimes they make suggestions. We never call you the B word. Yeah, but I was being one. I know you all would never call me that, but you do keep me in line. Like you did keep me in line about that one thing I was talking about, those people. And you all were like, no, be nice. I have a little bit of an ego sometimes. Can you imagine? You said it and we just agree with you. Exactly. I know it was true. I know I was kind of being one. But, you know, that's how I am. I'm 99% really nice and sweet. That's why I think I am like a mama bear. I'm like nice and warm and cuddly and soft. And then, you know, and when I feel threatened, I'm like, I will rip your throat out. Dee, were you on just a few minutes ago when I said I think the blue kits are almost sold out? As I was shopping on them today. Yep, it's Crochet Family, Crow Family. We have a really good time. I do my best, but sometimes I get jealous. Like when they come to my meeting and they're working on another designer's work. I'm like, you guys are cheating on me right in front of my face. But I mean, seriously, not everyone is crazy, a crazy person like me, and is like, all I ever want to do is 6-day crochet and nothing else. Well, let me know if you want one and I'll send it. I'll do it tonight. It's so soft. I know you've used this yarn before, so you know how soft it is. It's just like so soft and fluffy. Cumulus is a good name for it. It is very cloud like. One, two, three. Yeah, I'm doing 4 repeats, is all I can do because I only have 4 balls of yarn. Bye, Christy. We'll see you later. Yeah, so tomorrow night I'll be in the McKnitiverse doing a little crochet along for a pattern I haven't released yet. So I'm gonna show it to my peeps in my McKnitiverse and see what they think of it. And if they like it, I think they're going to be addicted to it and make a whole bunch of these things. And that'll be that. And if they if it's no good, then they will let me know. And I'll probably get mad, but I'll get over it. I'll go back and fix it because crochet is like a puzzle to me. If I can't figure it out, it like this is why I say I think I'm a crazy person. It eats away at me. I just like can't rest until I figure it out. You started yours for tomorrow already. Nice. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard to understand. I think it's really easy, but some people wanted to they wanted a little more help with it, I think. There's a lot of like extended double crochet and stacked single crochet and times 3 and weird little stuff like that. Oh, nice. Wow. Now that is nice yarn. That is really nice yarn. Really soft. Oh, that'll make a nice scarf. It's the kind of project you want to use something really nice and soft to wear around your neck. Okay, so I'm starting on my third ball, and I'm going to do this one from the outside, which I'm not a fan of pulling from the outside. That's why I told you all to get one of those pendles to hang it on, because pulling from the outside is a pain in the butt. All I have is this yarn bowl, and it doesn't really do what it's supposed to do. I think it's just too big. It's too big for this yarn, so it just ends up, you know, like rolling around. I hate it. Woe is me. I got my, does anyone still save all their yarn labels, and add them up at the end of the year? I am in this habit of doing it because, you know, I'm a designer, so it's like you want to remember how much yarn you used and what everything you did and stuff like that. It's just I have too much stuff. I live in a pile of yarn and crocheted things. Seriously, if you all could see what was hiding on the other side of the camera. Okay, let me slow down. This is how I add in a new ball of yarn. Now, I'm leaving this a little bit longer than I normally would, because I like to do this, if I'm doing it in the clusters, I like to do it in, you know, in the second double crochet. I don't like to do it in the cluster down here, so that's where I'm going to end up. So I'm just going to do it here in this, after the second double crochet of this little cluster. And then, so I worked my double crochet and I left the last pull through undone. And then I'm going to take my new yarn and pull it through the last 2 loops of the last stitch of that double crochet. And then I take my 2 tails. Okay, this is the old ball, and this is the tail from the new ball I just added, and I flip them up over my working yarn, and I hold it to the back like that. Okay, my 2 tails, and this is my working yarn. And then I just go and make my next stitch, and then I just leave that there until I'm all done and I'm ready to weave in my ends. And I do show you on the last day how I weave in my ends. I'm just kind of making that a little less annoying to work with. And I just leave it there until I'm done. And then I will weave it all in once I'm done. I don't tie knots unless it's an emergency. And by emergency, I mean, like the lady that posted in my group, she had one of her animals was licking the blanket or something and damaged it and made a hole basically. And so that person, I said, yes, tie it in a knot real good. But I don't usually tie knots unless something like that happened. And I don't also weave in my ends as I'm going along, because every time I do that, I end up having to rip. So, and there's another little thing that I do that isn't in the pattern, but sometimes I just join with the first single crochet of the round. You can do that. But I would suggest if you're going to do that you mark it. Mark the stitch. And, oh, what are these? What is this I just found here? These little stitch markers from Twice Sheared Sheep. I saw these guys at H&H. These women. I shouldn't say guys. snag-free stitch markers. Isn't that cute? It's a cat. So I would suggest if you're going to do that, that you mark the stitch. Isn't that adorable? Okay. Let me put that away because I'm on Knitting Fever's page. I think one of them just flew off. I wonder where it went. It's laughing at me. It's with all the other stitch markers in my life laughing at me. You'll never find me. That's what it's saying. Okay. So this is, what is this, round 4. So I'm way behind. Way behind. What did we do today? Today is day 5 when we finished round 5, repeat 5. Well, I'll be logging off in a few minutes, so just a last chance to ask any questions you might have. Karen, do you ever twist the yarn ends together, then knot or crochet it in? I used to have the ends and twist them together, one end, and then a crochet it in. She never knotted the ends together. She taught me not to. I've never done that either. Yeah, I don't do that. It does seem like it would be more secure than tying a knot. I don't know, is that called Russian join? I think a lot of my habits actually come from my knitting practice, to be honest. I think the way that I handle my ends and flipping them up over the working yarn is something that I did something that I did or do when I knit. And so I just carried it over to my crochet life. Same with weaving in ends. I always just weave them in when I'm done. So yeah, I don't know. I've never tried those other methods. I know I have worked over. I've done just only working over ends in the past, and that fell apart. Works really well for me though, much tidier finish. If it works for you, great. I mean, when you start talking about whether or not to tie knots, it starts a war sometimes. So I don't tie them. And I hear people say, well, I've never had one come undone. And I don't buy that because we don't know where all our knots end up. Most of the crocheters I know only crochet things for other people and very rarely crochet things just for themselves. My niece ended up with the original 6-day kid blanket that I made. I don't know how long, many years it's been, 18 years now, something like that. What is this, 25? I'm thinking about the grand son, my sister's first grandson that it was made for, and he just graduated from high school. So I think it's around 17 or 18 years old. And my niece took it from my sister's house and she used it with her three girls and washed it in the washing machine many times. And she said it's been through the ringer, and it still even has the tassels on it that I put on it, and not a single end has come out of it. I actually found store-bought items that were knotted together. I was disappointed. I think when you find handmade items in the store, I think that you will find knots in those, because I don't think there's as much time and effort put into finishing those items, because they're trying to, if they're being mass produced, they're trying to get them done as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, because they don't get paid that much to make those. So you will find a lot of knots in that kind of work, and like pieces sewn together by machine and stuff like that. It's been really fun hanging out with you all again. It's been really fun to come on these lives and chat. I've really enjoyed it. And I really appreciate everybody that's participated. Thank you to everybody who followed and subscribed to Knitting Fever and got their channel up to 1,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Yeah! That's amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you to all the yarn stores that are participating in this crochet along. I can actually cut and paste. Let me cut and paste them. And I have all the... Do I have them right here? Yes, I have them right here. I will be on again on Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Time. And I think if I put this on Facebook, that it will show up on YouTube as well. There you go. Those are all the yarn stores that are participating. And one knot in my current cake of Cumulus Degradé, not bad. Yeah, I've been through quite a few balls of this yarn, and I think I've come across maybe one knot in all of them. Like, I've made 2 blankets times 6 balls of yarn, and now this one I'm on like my 3rd ball, and I think I've had like one knot in all of those. Yeah, did I say what time I would be back? I'll be 8:30, and then I haven't been going live on my own channels too much, but I'm gonna start doing that again because it's fun. I like it. It's really fun. I just need to think about what I'm gonna do when I go live, because people don't seem to really enjoy too much the tutorial crochet alongs. Those seem to make people mad, so I don't know what I'll do. Just hang out and yak, probably, like I did here. So, all right, don't forget at the end of every day to film yourself doing your drop. Uh-oh, don't roll away, crochet hook. We can't lose you. Here we go. And got that cute little cat stitch marker. This is how, well, it's day 5, but this is not the day 5 size. So it is what it is. There you go. I think 2 years ahead of me. I'm trying to get the time zone right. 2 hours. Yeah, it is right now. Let's see. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern right now, Eastern time. So I'll be on at 8:30 p.m. on Thursday for about an hour, and I'll try and get Instagram back up and going again. I had it. I am a dork sometimes when it comes to technology. All right, everyone. Good night. And don't forget to tag. Don't forget to make your posts and show off your work and tag us. Knitting Fever, Juniper Moon Farm, Betty McKnit, hashtag JMFCAL25X McKnit. It's 6:30 here. Yeah, so 3 hours. So it'll be 5:30 p.m. for you on Thursday. All right, everyone.